Konata, how have you seen you and the group of receivers take on this new offense?
I mean, I feel like we've taken on pretty well. You know, it's a lot of opportunities, a lot more definitely than last year. So we've been excited, we've been grinding, and you know, we're just trying to take advantage of every opportunity that we get. So.
Coach mentioned you playing a little bit more outside right now. Was that your idea, or was that someone else?
I guess it was. I mean, it don't really care, but I do like playing outside. I like to go against press. You know, I take pride in creating separation, winning that release. You know, all those things. Like that's the thing I love to do is separate. So I definitely like it. So.
Who's a press cornerback that might be giving you trouble in practice?
I mean, all of them out there. You know, they're good with their technique. Coach Collins does a good job in each of those guys' technique, as you see with like the corners with left last year, MJ. Quiz, AJ, but Rollins been looking really good. Shaw's been good. Noah, Crump, all of them, they've been looking pretty good. So,
What's different about your game this year? You're a guy you've honed your technique. Pat talked about how consistent you are. What have you seen the most growing out of your consistency?
Really, like the thing that I'm trying to, I guess, work on more, like you said, I have the separation aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Just really trying to be like that downfield threat, like, you know, being able to do it all, versatile, not just a route runner, and then yak too. So I want to be, that's something that I'm harping on big this year too.
Why do you think there's going to be more production out of the offense this year?
I mean, it's definitely a lot more open. Coach Kade, he's a very innovative guy, and you know, he's daring, so he's not scared of the moment at all, which I like, you know, and with that young kind of feel where you want to, like, where you got a dog OC, I mean, it just feels like a lot more plays out there to make. So.
What was your first conversation with him like?
I think he had texted me or something when he first came in, and then was saying the first thing he brought up was LSU 2019, and we all know how that went. So I mean, very explosive, scoring points, elite playmakers. So I mean, that was really the first thing that we talked about.
What do you like about your new receivers coach?
Coach JJ, he's definitely hands-on. He's definitely a lot more vocal than Underwood was, but he's been doing a good job, you know, trying to discipline the guys and whatnot. So.
Do you feel like that's a better thing that he's more vocal, or is it just a different thing?
I mean, it just depends. It's just more different. It depends on the type of player. Because like me personally, I prefer like a more like chill guy. But for the younger guys, but I've been in college a little bit longer. So, but for the young guys that may need that discipline, that may need a little bit more talking, I prefer to like go out there when they call a new play. I want to get it first, and then if I need help, then I'll ask.
You guys had a lot of freshmen come in last year at wide receiver. What's different about that group, or what have you seen the improvements from the different guys that came in?
Zion, Lamar, Izzy, like that group, Kenny, obviously. I mean, that group is special for sure. Once we get like the plays down, just like the little growing pains, I think that'll be really special. Like everybody can do everything in that group. So.
Nate came in the spring, Nate Arnell, as being the guy, like the QB1 to start spring. Have you noticed something different in the way he's sort of approaching things, having that designation?
The thing with Nate, I feel like Nate's always had that approach since I met him. No matter if that was on scout, like he's always had the competitive mindset and like that dog mindset. So it's really no difference at all. So.
Anything else?
When we talked to your receivers coach, he told us that Waffle House that's done. You guys aren't the Waffle House this year. You have to come up with something new this year. What is there an early favorite? Are you starting to?
Nah, we haven't thought about it yet. Because I mean, I guess the guys have been a little bit in the Waffle House mentality still, but we haven't thought about it yet or like talked about it much with them yet. So.
I know you're focused on you guys in here right now. Have you had a chance to talk to Bub with his draft process and how everything he's going through?
Oh yeah, me and Bud talk all the time. I mean, being from the same area, the Atlanta area, you know, every time I go back home, we work with the same trainers and whatnot. But we've been talking about through the whole process and what it's been like. So it's been good. He's been giving me a lot of information, just what he's been going through, and just like the process for.
There's a lot of draft experts talking him up, saying he could be a sleeper. Is that something that excites you? Hearing a guy that's from your hometown, a teammate, getting that kind of hype?
Oh, I mean, it don't surprise me at all. I mean, especially with Bub. Bub a freak of nature, man. And then at the same time, he a dog. Like he has the mentality to go with it. So it don't surprise me at all. I don't even think he should be a sleeper. You know what I mean? Obviously, the offense wasn't as productive last year, but so I mean, I'm not surprised at all. And then just the Atlanta area itself produces a lot of athletes, so I'm kind of used to being around it.